Hey YouTube, BeaufortNinja here again. For this video I thought it'd be more of a discussion. I had a talk with my good friend yesterday, and yeah, he said a few things that really stuck with me, and so I thought I'd just kind of share a little bit about it. So my closest friends, I've talked to them a little bit about like precious metal stuff. Um, they're a little bit ambivalent about it. They don't really get it. My family, they kind of don't get it. They think my silver and my gold buying is just one of my eccentricities. They kind of view it as the same as if I took my money and went and bought video games, or went and bought, like Air Jordans, something wasteful that is not really useful. So anyway, my friend, he is going to start his IRA over at JP Morgan, and the agent that handles stuff in that office is 26 years old, same age as me. And so the agent pretty much told him that commodities, silver, gold, precious metals are not a good investment. But this guy is in it to make money. I mean, it's good to branch out and diversify your investments, but when I was thinking about it, it seemed like precious metals and like stocks and all that are kind of like anathema to each other. Stocks are volatile, they're really uncertain, you don't really know what's going on. But with precious metals, for me at least, it seems like there's less risk. It's what it seems like to me. So for me personally, I'm using my silver and my gold as kind of like a hedge against inflation. It's just a way to save money. And also, I like it. I mean, I like to look at it. And for me, one of the things, when I spend the money and I buy a coin or something like that, I buy the gold, I get to hold it in my hand. It's like this quarter ounce here, this quarter ounce eagle, that was like $340, something like that. So that's all of my blood and sweat has been condensed into that. And it feels good for me to look at it. It's a good way for me to kind of gauge how much money I'm saving. And really it's a challenge for me because, I mean, I don't make a whole lot of money. I got a wife who's a stay-at-home mom. We got a 16-month-old baby. And for me, it is a way to challenge myself to cut out the unnecessary costs. Like, just for example, like I don't buy new video games anymore. I used to be a huge gamer, but I don't have time for that, first of all, anymore. So if I don't have time for it, there's no point in me spending money on it. Another one, I curb my drinking a lot. I used to be a huge party animal. I used to tear places up now. But, I don't know, I've cut back hugely on that. So all those things, like the savings just add up. And part of it, I put into silver and gold. Now, one of the reasons why I'm kind of holding off on the stock market, I mean, I'm going to start my IRA this year, but I lived in China for 4 years. I was there during the stock market crash, and local people, Chinese people that I knew, they lost. One woman, she lost her entire retirement savings in about a week. And all that was because the government told people to invest their money because it's going to make the country strong, they'd get rich. People borrowed money to invest, and then look what happened. Overnight, something like $3 trillion or more was like just wiped out. So, my dad, he's a fireman, and after 9/11, like the day after 9/11, when the stocks really tanked, like everything just went to hell, he ended up losing like $15,000 in an afternoon before he could transfer his funds to less risky accounts. Anyway, it ended up taking him like several years to recoup those losses. Um, anyway, so for me, precious metals are just a way to begin my investments. I jumped in at a really good time when silver had pretty much bottomed out, and it's climbed up a little bit. So it's what, between $15, $16, something like that right now. So I'm going to continue to invest until it gets a little bit more unobtainable. Like I say, man, maybe $22 an ounce. That's when I'll taper off my purchases. But anyway, I'd like to get some feedback here. Like, what do people think about your stacking habits? Do they think you're a weirdo? Do they think it's cool? Um, I mean, I just like having this. I think it's a good idea to have. If you have extra money, you know, that's not going to be needed, I think it's a much better idea to put it into this than to just leave it sitting in a savings account where inflation is just going to eat away at your purchasing power. Now, I'm not saying to spend all your savings on this, but you know, I think it's a good idea. Anyway, let me know what you guys think.